Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Congregants stunned after pastor shot leaving home. Frantic church members pull up one after the other on Northwest 10th Way in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday afternoon as panic spread with news that their pastor had been shot. While leaving his home shortly after midday, the Reverend Linval Lewis, who is the pastor of the Spanish Town Tabernacle and Greater Portmore Tabernacle, was shot several times by a gunman who is believed to have waylaid him. As he came under gunfire, Lewis lost control of the motor vehicle he was driving, which veered off the roadway and onto the sidewalk, coming to a halt in a clump of small trees meters away from his home. The clergyman was then rushed to hospital. One congregant told reporters that she lost Sir Lewis on Sunday night at a family get-together at church. "This incident sent my pressure way up. This just come as a shock. We're praying for testimony instead of death, a testimony to say, I have been through this and I'm still here," she said. Salted residents came out of their homes to examine the bloody scene, trying to piece together what had transpired. "People are watching and him no know," one resident said. Looking at the crash scene, another surmised that Lewis was shot while reversing from his driveway onto the roadway as he normally would. A community member told reporters that he was surprised at the attack. "Me and the man move so good, and to see what happened right now, I'll know me shocked to see the man in the caliber that I knew is a man that don't mix up," the resident said. The pastor was reported in the company of relatives when the shooting occurred. There are no reports of any other injuries. "He's a pastor. Last time I saw him was last night, Sunday. It took me by surprise. That man don't even talk," one church member told reporters as anxious congregants gathered near the blood-soaked car and roadway waiting for further news. "We don't get any information to say he's stable or not stable. The last thing we heard was that he was being treated and placed on drip," one male church member stated. The Greater Portmore Criminal Investigations Branch is investigating the shooting. Up to December 12, the St. Catherine South Police Division had seen 100 shootings this year, up par with the figure recorded for the corresponding period in 2021. It had also seen a 15.5% year-on-year decline in murders, with 109 people killed this year. Injuries, robberies, and break-ins recorded increases over the period under review, while rape had declined. Last week, Monday, the island-wide murder tally for 2022 stood at 1,442. Clarendon Municipal Police hospitalized after being hit with a stone in Maypen. A member of the Clarendon Municipal Police team has been hospitalized after being hit with a stone in Maypen on December 19. The incident, which was captured on video, occurred while members of the team were addressing a situation of illegal vending in the town. Mayor of Maypen, Winston Marard, said during the incident, an altercation developed between irritated vendors and some members of the team. He said one of the officers attempted to quell the altercation and was hit with a stone. The mayor said the injured man is undergoing medical test.
"We had a period of registration for vending at Christmas time. We normally do every year. There are some vendors who refused to register with us. And registration would mean that they would have to exit Main Street and remove from the plazas in the town and go into the old police station compound. Now, what had happened this morning is that the patrol was going through of municipal police, and they saw a number of vendors vending along the sidewalk and in the Young's Plaza area. And so they stopped and they were talking to them about moving from the location over to the old police station, and they refused. So they held on to 2 pair of slippers, from what I understand, and tell them that they're seizing these goods because they are vending illegally, because there are no vending here. And so an altercation started. Now, this gentleman, Mr. Fagan, who got hit with a stone, came out of the vehicle and was trying to park what was about to be a fight. And in the process of parking the altercation, he was hit with the stone. He's now at the Maypen Hospital. He's being treated, and he's now doing a scan a few minutes ago. They are scanning to see if his skull was cracked or anything like that. And so we'll hear more about it in a little while. I'll be soon getting an update on the matter. It's really an act which should not have happened. I totally condemn what happened.
Government announces $50 million reward fund for residents who provide information on gang activities. The government has established a $50 million fund to offer rewards to residents who provide information on gang activities in the country. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement while speaking at a handing over ceremony for 2 housing units in Silver Heights, St. Anne on December 19. According to the Prime Minister, the police have received intel which indicates that several gangs across the country plan on targeting supermarkets over the course of the holiday. Prime Minister Holness urges residents who might know these wrongdoers to report them to the police and receive a reward.
So, where we are now, having picked up this intelligence, and we are seeking to act preemptively to save lives, we are putting up a fund of 50 million Jamaican dollars, and depending on the quality of the information you give, you could get a nice Christmas reward. We want to get people who are involved in contract killings, people who are planning to hijack stocks and goods in transit, and people who are planning to rob supermarkets during the Christmas season and other business establishments. And those gangs who are planning the hijacking of goods in transit, moving between warehouse and stores, those criminals who are planning contract killings, we want to know, and people know, because the girlfriend know, the mother sometimes know. Tell us, because I don't know how you sleep at night with your conscience knowing that your son or your boyfriend or your friend involved in these things. Tell us so we can save lives. We want to know of those people who are planning the hits. We want to know the people who are planning the hijacking of goods. And there's another crime that we see a lot coming in now. The lottery scamming, they're not just scamming foreigners. They are doing all kinds of scams to local Jamaicans here as well, taking away people's pensions here. We want to know. Tell us. So if you want to have a Merry Christmas and you have some useful information, you could get a nice slice of that $50 million. But more than that, you are saving lives.
Traffic cops tighten grip on lawlessness for Christmas. Head of the Police Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Gary Mackenzie, said while traffic authorities await the rollout of the new Road Traffic Act RTA in February, special plans are put in place to ensure order on the island's roadways during the holiday period. The first thing is that we have a zero-tolerance approach for parking illegally. People park on sidewalks, leave their vehicles, especially trucks, on roadways to do deliveries, and so that is something we are coming out against at this time, he told reporters. Speeding and improper overtaking, the factor behind the majority of road crashes, and the resultant fatalities will also be on the radar. People trying to push to do everything when it comes to Christmas, so there is a special effort around that. We'll do more speed checks. We're also having a no-nonsense approach to defective vehicles, especially public passenger vehicles, because they tend to overload the vehicles at this time to try to carry more people, and they tend to do so at various times of the night, he pointed out, noting that the Island Traffic Authority will also be out in full force to check these vehicles. He said that the PSDEB will also be giving attention to drivers under the influence and those operating their vehicles with excess noise, loud music. Our main thoroughfare leading from high entertainment areas, we are going to be positioning to make observations as to the matter of driving and so on. Where persons are suspected of driving under the influence, we will take action. We'll have persons arrested and taken to court. We have to seek to reduce road deaths and crashes, ACP Mackenzie said. He, however, stressed that the Noise Abatement Act does not only apply to entertainment events. If you have music in your vehicle and it plays where it exceeds 100 meters, or it's annoying to citizens, the police can take action. In other circumstances, they can take action even under the Town and Community Act, he said, adding that these behaviors are unlawful in silent zones such as those where hospitals and infirmaries are located. ACP Mackenzie said administrative personnel will be out in their numbers to ensure maximum effect in categorizing bad behavior by road users and reducing road deaths. ACP Mackenzie said there is also now an effort to acquit tint meters so that their devices can be more widely used to detect vehicles tinted which are in breach of the allowance levels of tinting. Every single day, we remove at least 2 PPVs and so on for that kind of illegal use of tint. And it is now, the law prohibits any tint on public passenger vehicle that prevents inward view. And it is agreed that a tint of about 35% would represent that. However, the challenge is the ability to do wide-scale testing, he said, noting that the regulations to the new Road Traffic Act actually set out their percentage stipulation. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification